So I have a friend who writes about like apocalypse planning for really rich people and, billionaires. And she was actually invited to go to a conference and talk to, basically billionaires about emergency preparedness and what they should be doing. And one of the questions that came up a couple times was basically, will my staff stay with me in the apocalypse? Like, how do I make sure that they don't actually like stage a coup and take over all my stuff in the apocalypse? It's very like it's very French Revolution. It's very it's actually funny. Martha Washington, I always come back to Martha Washington. She was worried about this because George Washington left her a number of enslaved people in his will, and she was afraid without his presence that they would actually leave or engage in violence against her or something like that, which you know, didn't happen, but she was afraid of it for a long time. She would write letters to Abigail Adams, like, she was scared for her life. So it's interesting, right? So it's that's obviously not being in community when you have staff or you have people who are, in service to you. And so it's a whole different thing. So it's actually interesting, like what you're saying, people with an actual community who have people who will help them if their car dies or who will go over and check on them if there's no power look a lot different and maybe actually like well situated compared to Mark Zuckerberg on his Hawaii half of Hawaii and his underground bunker. That's the largest one, I think, now in the world.
Yeah, there was, I can't remember his name. I wish I could remember it off the top of my head, but a writer who was invited actually to go to, I want to say it was Davos. And the billionaires wanted to know, what do we do just in
Yeah.
case? And
Yeah.
because they were afraid